everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I look a little bit crazy right now. I'm just actually in the middle of doing makeup. So this video is just going to be a kind of an update on the whole Without a Crystal Ball situation. If you don't know Without a Crystal Ball, Katie Joy, she is a drama commentary type of YouTuber who has got herself in a lot of trouble for the way that she's been reporting on certain people recently. Now, if you didn't see, I did make a video about this previously, so that was like, I think, 2 videos back. So if you did want to check that one out for some context, there is that one back there. Before I get into it, yes, I have a little bit of a Christmas tree thing going on over here. Don't know if you can see because it's quite dark in my room now. Yes, the skeleton from Halloween is still up. I'm not quite ready to get rid of him yet, but I am kind of getting ready for Christmas now a little bit. Not that it's going to be like anything amazing this year because, hey, Rona, she's got everyone's ass, you know, separated. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal this year, but at least just make it feel a little bit festive in here. Put something up. I'm just going to grab my Alien palette. I've just put a bit of foundation and bronzer up here at the moment. That's all I've done. A little bit of colour corrector down here. But I'm going to do my eyes, so I'm going to use my Alien palette. And now let's get back into this video. If you don't know, basically what's going on is Katie Joy, Without a Crystal Ball, is being sued by Tati Westbrook and her husband regarding all the things that she's made videos about concerning Tati Westbrook. Not only concerning Tati Westbrook, but also pertaining to Tati Westbrook's husband, James Westbrook. Because as it turns out, she's dug quite far into James Westbrook's past and has basically dug up a load of information she claims. Now, I don't know if the information that she claims to have on James Westbrook is true or not. I didn't know of Without a Crystal Ball as a channel until actually sometime last week. So I've done a little bit of kind of research on her. I've checked her out, you know, and it seems to be that what other people in the drama commentary community have got to say about her is true. So I've looked at her channel, I've seen what she's about, and it's like, it's all adding up, you know. It doesn't seem to me that people are lying about her, because there are also video clips of her saying things and doing things that are really, really going too far and really being too invasive and just being kind of creepy and stalkerish, if I'm honest. You know, and I don't say that to sort of dogpile Katie Joy at all. I say it because it is what's going around about her. There are a lot of negative opinions going around about her at the moment. And, you know, she's been told to be careful. She's been warned about what she's doing. But she hasn't taken any notice of the cease and desists that she's received so far. She's continued making her videos and now she's in a lot more trouble. This was Katie Joy's attitude towards the fact that she could possibly be being sued.
I'm not going to be a party of this lawsuit. Like, to be honest, like, I have not. Here's the thing why I know they're never going to sue me. They're never going to sue me because if they sue me, they have to basically open discovery. And then I can say, well, did you not do this? Prove to me that you didn't do this. You know, show me the evidence that this didn't happen. They're never going to sue me because the discovery for me would be terrible for them. And then I could, you know, I could also file a lawsuit against them for harassing me to take it down. You know what I mean? Or for filing a false lawsuit against me. I could easily do a complaint against them. So there's no way they're going to file a lawsuit about me. They're not going to file a lawsuit about me. She'll threaten me, but she's not going to sue me. She's got way bigger fish to fry right now.
But as it turns out, Katie Joy was actually served yesterday. So much for they're not going to sue me, right?
It would be a waste of time. Yeah. And people that report, I was talking to my lawyer yesterday, not about this, but in general. And he said that people that report are like literally very protected by the. Okay. If they were going to sue me, it would have already happened. it literally would have already happened.
Famous last words, girl. It would have already happened, she said. It would have already happened. If they wanted to sue me, it would have already happened. Well, look now. It looks like it's happening. I mean, the fact that you've been served, it's happening, girl. It is happening. And just because it's happening, yeah, it doesn't mean that the Westbrooks will win, but it means they care enough to try and fight you.
It would have happened. It would have happened 18 months ago when they wanted me to take this down, when they sent me 4 cease and desists. They never sued me because they're not going to sue me based on public records. And I have a right to have my opinion, and I have a right to talk about public records if it involves a public figure.
And then we get into this clip here where you can clearly see Katie Joy talking about looking for Tati Westbrook and family's birth certificates and personal information, which, as I think, my opinion, you know, it's really too much for a drama or commentary channel to be doing. It's, you know, you don't go digging for private information about people's families because they aren't public figures.
I was doing research, you guys. Research, I tell you. Remember how I told you I was going to try to do something where I exposed Tati Westbrook? And I was like looking, and I've been doing this for 2 days straight now. 2 days, thinking I would find something. When I started digging into her background, and I have looked all over the place, you guys, everywhere, because part of what I do is I super chat. What do you mean super chat? You can give me a super chat if you wanted to give me a super chat. But part of what I do is I like to look into people that sell snake oil to see if they have stuff in their background that would make them less than honorable, something that might indicate that they are, you know, there's something legal going on, they have a criminal background, they have a criminal history, they owe money, they have like a reputation for doing all these things. And then when you go to her mother's page or her sister's pages, who are all still there, they're all like, she doesn't exist as a part of their family anymore. It's crazy. I started playing around even more and digging through more and more information, going through marriage records and through birth certificates. I couldn't even find her birth certificate, which is weird. There's like 0 records of her father, like 0 records. So then I start going on and I'm like getting into this conspiracy, thinking like her dad is dead, or like why doesn't her dad have a job, or her dad's in the mafia. So then I start digging through addresses and phone numbers and email addresses and doing all of these searches and going through businesses and looking at all this different stuff to try to like connect some dots. So I feel like there's a story here with her dad, and I'm not sure what it is. We're going to have to keep looking there. And then there's something with her mom too, and I'm just going to have to keep digging. I'll keep digging and keep looking on the Tati stuff, but I don't want to spend, like, I've wasted 2 days now trying to find something.
And then it gets worse. Here, Katie Joy has tweeted out, "For 3 weeks, I investigated every single angle of Tati's life. I looked at her business, her husband, her business partners, and her own financial background. She's lying to people about everything, and worse, her husband is a career criminal." Then aside from that, Keemstar had been on one of Katie Joy's recent live chats saying that he supported her. Now Keemstar has changed his mind and says he does no longer support Katie Joy without a crystal ball.
Without a crystal ball. Yesterday, it came out that Tati Westbrook is suing you. And you were doing a live stream, and I jumped in your live stream, and I gave you my support. I left a comment and said, I'm giving you support. Today, I'm going to have to take that support back. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to retract those statements. Can't support you, and this is why. When I gave you support, it was basically because I was sued, right? This other YouTuber, Romeo Lacrosse, he sued me because he didn't like me reporting some facts. And I thought this was a similar situation. But come to find out, allegedly, a lot of people saying that you were kind of like stalking Tati Westbrook, allegedly. And then come to find out, you were threatening to sue other YouTubers because you didn't like what they were saying about you. And then I found out today that you actually sued another YouTuber because you didn't like what they said. Allegedly. Again, I don't know if any of this is true. This is just what I've been seeing, watching all these videos and trying to figure everything out, right? So I can't really support you. And on top of that, my lawyer told me that the case that Tati has against you is a strong case. And Tati's claiming that you lied about her. So I don't know if she has got a strong case. I don't know. It's not looking good. Also, a lot of people are saying that you were stalking Tati. Now, I don't know how true this is going to get, again, alleged. It's not what I'm saying. This is what other people are saying. Don't sue me, bro. But a lot of people are saying that you're stalking Tati. Like, it became to the point where, like, it was creepy. And another thing, which is kind of messed up, is there's this other YouTuber, Creep Show, Shannon. I like Shannon. I think she makes great content. And someone told me that you were actually stalking her, too. Like, tweeting out tweets about her and then waiting 2 hours and then she didn't respond, so you delete them, and this went on for months. Like, this is all alleged. I don't know if it happened. I didn't see with my own eyes. This is just what someone told me. So, yeah, you know that support I gave you yesterday? I gotta take it back. I'm sorry. You can't have that support anymore. I'm taking it back.
After that interaction, Katie Joy Without a Crystal Ball has blocked Keemstar on Twitter. She then disappeared from Twitter saying, "I deactivated my Twitter today. I will be back. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not running from anything. I just can't answer anything. I am not running narratives. Anything said about me is someone else's opinion, and anything alleged about me is false. I know the truth and I know what's going on. I can't speak about anything. I know you want answers, but you have to trust that this will be sorted out and everything will be fine. Demanding I answer questions won't work, and you obviously don't understand the legal system. Anyone gloating or acting above me, just remember, if you are making videos like I do and cover commentary, this can and might be you. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. But be careful what you cover, seriously. There are a lot of wealthy people on YouTube that spend a lot of money to keep smaller creators quiet. This is not about one person, but rather many. I've learned a lot the past few days. What I'm going through has happened to many others. Allegedly, apparently, Tati's lawyers also found Without a Crystal Ball's Twitter account, and they were looking at some of the replies to some of her tweets because they think there might be some fake accounts or sock accounts that also might be Without a Crystal Ball or might be helping Without a Crystal Ball in some way. One of Tati's lawyers went on Without a Crystal Ball's Twitter and found this thread where people had replied to her. This person had said, James Charles was sent to do the dirty work for Tati. Imagine that. Katie has all the DMs to prove what she's saying is true and all legal counsel to keep the makeup mobsters away. The reason why James Charles was mentioned was because Katie Joy Without a Crystal Ball has apparently had some discourse with James Charles via DMs, and also James Charles has apparently asked her to stop uploading videos about him, stop saying all these things about him, all these fabrications, all the rest of it, and she has basically been asked to take down all the videos that she made on James Charles. As well as that, apparently, sorry, I'm just grabbing a brush. Where we go, that one. Apparently, Katie Joy has also been in touch with James Charles' mum. Now, this is what she claims, so I don't know if that is true. But she also claims that Gabriel Zamora has been in her DMs. Again, I don't know if that is true because that is just what Katie Joy was claiming the other day on Twitter. So I don't know if any of that is actually true or not. But as I said, that's what she's been claiming. So the other thing that I wanted to touch on was there, in Keemstar's clip there, you heard him say, you know, about Katie Joy being stalking and kind of harassing Shannon, Creepshow Art. Now, I just want to say Creepshow Art is a channel that I have been dipping in and out of watching for about a year now, and I do love her content. You know, she is a really good commentary channel. I don't know what reason that Katie Joy Without a Crystal Ball would have to kind of harass or stalk Shannon at all. That all seems very funny to me. I don't know why someone would be doing that to Shannon. That's very weird, you know. So when you put all this kind of behaviour together, it's really not looking good for Without a Crystal Ball right now. If you wanted to check out more about the lawsuit that the Westbrooks have against Katie Joy, I would recommend checking out a channel by somebody who is called, where is it there? I wrote her name down, Emily D. Barker, because she is actually a lawyer and she does a lot of these kind of lawyer reacts videos. I checked it out earlier, her video on this whole Tati Westbrook without a crystal ball case, and it is really interesting. So for some more context and some clarification, if you want to check that video out, then I will link it down below in the description. The other thing that I wanted to mention quickly was that Katie Joy has in fact come back on Twitter. I looked this morning and she was back on there. Her Twitter account was activated again. So after deactivating her Twitter and putting up that post that I read you about it, she has now reactivated it again and continued to post things related to her case. So I find that very dodgy. Like, you know, that is kind of scary for me. I'm like, you know, girl, you have been served now and you're still posting things relating to the case on your Twitter account. You know, surely if that was anyone else, they would have just used their common sense and kept quiet. And with that, I'm going to leave this video on this topic here for today. If any more comes out, I might well make another video as an update. I don't know, I'll see. But anyway, guys, take care, stay safe, stay well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon on the next one. Mwah. Bye, guys.